Hello, my dear friends. Today I would like to present to you a record that really blew my mind when it got released in 2018. Yes, it's a pretty recent record by Loidis on the dope Anno Records from New York. This is Hank Jackson's label, and if you don't know his music, I recommend very much to check Hank Jackson's release on Anno Records. Yeah, this record by Loidis really caught my attention. It had a very uniqueness to it, a very specific sound and groove. And as you can hear on this first track called A Parade, it's got this very specific time signature, and the whole look, the whole feel of the record somehow reminded me a little bit of the feeling I had when I purchased my first basic channel or Maurizio records. Yeah, it really had this impact on me. So I'm gonna play a bit this track called A Parade by Loidis on Anno Records, and I'll tell you a bit more about it later, at least the little I know about it. It's a pretty long jam. I think it's about 9 minutes or a little bit over 9 minutes. A Parade by Loidis. Loidis is actually this producer whose music I really like, called Werco S. And I think he has a bit of a cult status, like he doesn't seem to speak much on social network, or there seems to be a bit of a mystery around this guy, which I kind of like. So this track here, A Parade, is a long track. It's pretty hard for me to scroll through. It's really a record that you get immersed into, and it's very hypnotic. You really get into this vibe. So I'm just going to move forward a bit. I'm sorry it's not doing justice to the track, but it's really something you got to hear in full, in my opinion. So as you can hear, there's a bit of piano elements coming in, a bit of harmonies building up, but it's very subtle, very hypnotic. And of course the time signature of the track is very specific. Just moving forward a little bit. Really sets a very specific mood. It's an easy to get record now. It's not like something you have to pay a fortune or that is very hard to get. And all the records I'm trying to present to you during those little videos are records that you can get and that are not costing a fortune, because none of those ideas of very elitist, really hard to find, super pricey, all those ideas are not part of the values I have when it comes to house and techno. It's about sharing the music. It's about being together in this movement. Of course, I have hard to get records. We all have hard to get records, and we're all seeking for this one piece of music which is crazy expensive and hard to find. But as I've always said, my role as a DJ is to be a filter for others and hopefully present to them music that they can have in their life and live with, you know. It's not about showing off. Oh, I'm Mr. blah 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 and I have a very expensive record you will never be able to find. I dislike this spirit. This is not my culture, and those are not my values. So yeah, Loidis, aka Werco S, A Parade. I'll let you discover the track. It's easy to find. I mean, it's not hard to find on vinyl. It's also available on streaming platforms such as I saw it on Spotify and Deezer. So it's some music you can easily have in your life, and I hope you will be inspired by it, and maybe we want to have it. This next track on the 12-inch is called In the Place I Sit, and I equally love this jam. I'm gonna let it play a little bit and shut up. So yeah, that's Loidis, In the Place I Sit, on the amazing Uno Records label from New York. It's Hank Jackson's label. I also recommend you to check Hank Jackson's music. I will put in the comments or in the description of the video those artists' names. I realize my English is really far from perfect, and I hope you can still understand what I'm saying, or at least feel the vibe coming through the music. And I'm gonna skip to the last track of the 12-inch, which starts off a bit in an ambient way. The track is called The Floating World. It's the most abstract track of the 12-inch, I think. But it's really special too. It's the one that took me longer to get into, but I really got into it after a while. And to me, this record is very exceptional, very unique. As I said before, I had to get 2 copies. To me, this music stands out. I hear a lot of people, not a lot, but some people say, yeah, house music and techno, it's always the same thing, nothing inspiring, blah, blah, blah. To me, those are the kind of records that really drive me. Like, those records make me want to do more music, make me want to challenge myself as a DJ, dig for interesting sounds, and yeah, this is what I try and seek for, that kind of music. So I'm gonna let you with this track, The Floating World by Loidis, aka Werco S, on Hank Jackson's label, Uno Records. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next one.